Hey, we're going to start out molar mass, but not only just molar mass, but converting between moles, mass, and molecules. Now, one thing about converting between moles, mass, and molecules, we have to know that we're going to use these in a conversion factor. So these are conversion factors to be able to convert between moles to mass, mass to moles, moles to molecules, molecules to mass, and we're going to add in there volume. Okay, because we do have volume if it's a gas at STP. So we want to let you start off by saying that 1 mole of any substance equals Avogadro's number, which is right here. There's Avogadro's number. The unit for that number is going to be either atoms, molecules, or formula units. Okay, because that's how many either atoms, molecules, or formula units if it's an ionic compound. Sometimes you might hear me say molecules, even though I mean formula units. The other thing is the molar mass. The molar mass is the weight of 1 mole. We're going to use that in grams. And we've already talked about how to get that. And the last one is volume. Now, if we have a gas at STP, now STP stands for standard temperature and pressure. 1 mole equals 22.4 liters. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the first one. And these questions are pretty similar to each other. So it says, how many moles are in 75.6 grams of neon? Well, that's our first one. And the second one says, how many liters are in that same amount of neon gas? So let's go ahead and start off. And I'm going to just move this out of the way. And we'll start off with this one right here. And we always start off with the number that's in the problem. And we have to convert that. So we're going to go 75 grams, or 75.6 grams of neon, and the symbol for neon is Ne. Now again, after that, when we convert from one to the other, we're always going to put our times in a line. Now again, what are we going to put on bottom? We're going to put in grams on the bottom. Okay, and we're always going to put moles on top. So whatever we start off with, I should say, that's what we're going to put on bottom. So we know we're going to put grams of neon on bottom, and we're going to put moles, since we're going to moles, on top. And that mole, again, is going to be 1 mole. So I'm just going to get rid of this, and we're going to put in 1 mole of neon. Okay, now after we do that, we're going to go down, and I'm going to tab over, and I'm going to put down in here grams of neon. Now, so we have grams of neon. So how many grams is 1 mole of neon? Well, the easiest way to do it is to go ahead and get to our let me just move this out of the way. Our little packet here. So we're going to pull this packet up. Okay, get that back, move it over. So if we go to our packet, we said neon, so we're going to scroll down till we get the neon, and we're going to look at neon right here. And neon is going to be 20. So if I go back to the question, we're going to go say that it has 20 grams. So 1 mole equals 20 grams, because again, 1 mole is 20 grams. It's the molar mass in grams, and that's how we calculate that. So now what we can do, we wanted it in moles, so we're going to get rid of our grams of neon. So we can strike through both of those because they're on top and bottom. And remember, if I have the same thing on top as it is on bottom, we can go ahead and get rid of those. So I'm left with now moles of neon. So I don't put a times there. We're going to put an equal sign, and we're done. And so now all we have to do is do the math. When we do the math, we have to make sure that we are multiplying by the top and dividing by the bottom. So it's going to be 75.6 times 1 divided by 20. We do not have to do the ones, because remember, ones, they do not change it whether it's multiplying or dividing. So we'll go ahead and put our calculator in here, and we're going to put 75.6, and we're going to divide that by 20, and then it goes 3.78. So I'm going to put 3.78, and the only unit that left is moles of neon. And then the last thing we have to check is, do I have it in the correct number of significant figures? Well, I have 3 in the original problem. There's 3 right here. So there we go. That's our answer. That's how we convert from moles of a substance, or excuse me, from the grams of substance to moles. Okay, let's go on and go down to the next one. The next one says how many liters are in. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start right off with our 75.6 liters of neon. And we're going to put our times in our line. Okay, and we're going to put liters on bottom this time. So this time I go back up to my thing, and what does it equal? Well, 1 mole, and I have it in liter, I have it in grams. So I do the molar mass. Excuse me. This is going to be grams. I'm sorry about that. And we want it in liters, but we got to put grams on bottom. So we're going to put our 20 grams of neon on bottom, and on top we're going to put our 22.4 liters of neon, and that's as long as it's at STP. We're going to go ahead and underline that and have it equal. So now what can we get rid of? We can get rid of our grams of neon here. So we're going to straight through that, and we're going to straight through our grams of neon up there because I have it on top and bottom. We can get rid of it. And so all I have to do is the math. So we're going to multiply 75.6 times 22.4, and then we're going to divide by 20. So let's go ahead and pull the math up, and do 75.6, and we're going to multiply that by 22.4. Then we're going to divide by 20, and that equals 84.672. So 84.672, and that's going to be liters of neon, but we have it in 5 significant figures, and we need it back in 3. So we're going to go ahead and draw a line right there. 7 says we round up, so we're going to get rid of that and move that to a 7, and that would be our final answer. So again, that's how we convert from one to the other. We're using all of these things right here, and they're all going to be equal to it. So again, if I was going to go to liters, again, I have liters. If I was going to go to Avogadro's number, my units would be atoms, molecules, or formula units. And then a mole is just 1 mole, which is just a unit. And then the molar mass, we always have to calculate that in grams. So that's how we do our converting between these. Look for more conversion videos to help you out. As always, go Mohawks. Nelson out.